Hey everyone, how you doing? Just checking in and giving an update. It's been a long time. I think it was August 3rd. Now it's September 13th, so it's been a month and 10 days since my last post. Hope my audio is okay, and I got my new video light here. Added a bit of warmth actually right when I turn this camera on. It seems like I have a different different color temperature in this room with this camera on every time I turn it on. So the video light actually gives me a lot of versatility when it comes to that. So I'm able to warm up actually I could show you kind of we're just reaching behind. That's actually the brightness, but here's the warmth. Sorry, I can't see behind it. So here's cold, and here's a little bit warmth. Actually, that's much better. I think I'll go with that. So there you have it. So I thought I'd get a little bit of a check-in here. I've been thinking about what my system, and I've been trying to learn a little bit of DaVinci Resolve, and finding that it was not behaving the way that I wanted to, and I feel like my 10-year-old computer is probably a little too old and needs a bit of an update. Rather than buying a whole new computer, especially this day and age where I think a lot of the computer specs are kind of frozen. There's not a lot of activity happening, not a lot of releases as far as new technology is concerned, though I think that some of these technology companies are waiting to release new developments. So we'll see what happens. I didn't think it was really the right time to delve into it, but maybe it is. There are some of the pricings that are pretty good on the new systems. But in any case, I'll just show you. Actually, I have a little picture of what I do have in my box here. You can see it's an old. You can see the old style without all of the. I mean, there is a way to manage all this cable, mess, this kind of bird's nest a little bit better. There are some concavities here for bringing cables behind the system, but at the time I didn't know anything about that. The drives these days, they have much smaller drives, and some, in a lot of cases we don't even need a DVD drive or anything like that. But this is an old Gigabyte GA870A. It's the motherboard. So what's in there is an old Phenom 2 X4. It's a quad core 3.2 gigahertz CPU. So was pretty decent at the time. And I think it would be good for this purpose. So using the DaVinci Resolve, it really likes the graphic card processor. So there's actually a dinky GPU. So this is actually one that I placed in because a bigger gaming card that I had burnt out, or at least the fans burnt out, and I didn't want to run it anymore. I kind of pulled it apart trying to repair it. So I put a little cheapie in here. And it is, let me just look back on what I bought. It was cheap at the time. GeForce GTX 750. So that's a 1 gig graphics card. So 1 gig is not a lot. And what I did was I thought, hey, maybe I'll just bump this system up just so I could use Resolve and start editing and improve the quality of the videos that I'm doing here by sinking a bit of time into editing and doing the little jump cuts and adding transitions, etc. Rather than being lazy as I have, or not so much lazy as just occupied by work, etc. So what I did get here, actually, maybe I'll transition back to full. So I have it right here. It's still an old school, like it's the last generation, previous generation. It's a MSI Armor. It's the Radeon RX 570 card. So this one has 8 gigs of onboard GDDR5. and 256-bit memory bus. So that's so already an improvement on this. MSI has 8 times the memory. So for you know, the DaVinci Resolve, this one would do much better than this one, because it really depends on graphic card resources, and as well as the bitness, the 256-bit versus I think this is 128 on the small guy. So that's one upgrade, and I think that will bring me to the next step for the video editing. But I also want to get off of Windows 7. I'm still running Windows 7 because of old you know, old audio software that wouldn't run on Windows 10. But I think I'm gonna you know, bump up to Windows 10 and start, you know, dealing with newer software and things like that. So what I did buy here was a SSD drive. It's a Western Digital Blue, one of the cheapies, 500 gig drive. So I'm gonna do probably a dual boot. I'll install Windows 10 on this guy, and then just have Windows 7 on the other kind of luggier, you know, full kind of drive, and then I can transfer all of the, you know, ages of materials, and make sure that I can, you know, let go of my Windows 7 install and get onto Windows 10. So I think that will improve the performance quite a bit. First of all, solid state drive. I mean, these tiny little guys are really speedy compared to the regular SATA drives. And I know that they have the onboard wafer drives, the solid state drives that you put on your I forgot what they call those, but it's not a good brain day for me today. But anyways, I thought I'd give you that update, kind of show you what it is I'm going to be doing. Hopefully I can do, like I was promising, one improvement each video, and just get something going this one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to improve it, but in any case, you've seen the plans on improving the actual PC. That's before I buy a totally new one to revamp it, but I should probably get some videos out there before I do any of that. I don't want to dip too much money in until I start getting into the mode, you know. And really, it's just a matter of pressing record, talking, having something to say, and then posting. But anyways, have a great one. Please leave me a like if you're watching, or give me a comment or something like that, just to let me know you're there. And I'll see you next one. All right, cheers. Bye.